Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, September 24th, 2019 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I listen to the calls for balance. And I have a little announcement. Where we live in the mountains currently, because of crazy winds, they turn off the power occasionally. And this week, for the next 24 hours to 4 days, they are doing that. So I'm getting this video out beforehand, but if I am not showing up the next couple days, that is why. And I'll try to give you a little bit of an overview, and it's possible, depending on my cell phone status, that I can leave updates on the Facebook page, but if I do not show up, this is why. So let's hope that the winds move through fairly fast and are finished fairly fast, and that we are safe from any fire danger. So that being said, let's dig into this astro. Paying attention to signs that you're needing balance. So Libra energy, we're looking at balancing the energies of the human self with the spirit self. And today I was driving. I was feeling a little like out of sorts, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect for the astro. Like, what is this energy like that I'm feeling out of sorts? Is it my human self that needs some kind of balancing tending to, or is this like a spiritual call that's kind of pushing me out of balance? And it was definitely my human side. My human side had some needs that, because I've been rushing around trying to get everything set for this fire stuff, we're not being taken care of. So if you're feeling pushed off balance, tune in. Is it the human side of you that has some need that needs tending to? Is it your spiritual self? Is there some energetic energy that's kind of throwing you off balance you need to clear or sit with or whatever for a while? Tune in to where you're feeling off balance. Now, balance is definitely a big theme for this week. We definitely have some healing energy moving through for us. We have Chiron perihelion this week, which means Chiron in its orbit is in the place where it's closest to the sun. So the sun is lighting up that Chiron energy. We are going to have also the sun opposite Chiron. I know that sounds weird, but astrological terminologies, it's all right. The sun opposite Chiron on Thursday, but we're going to feel that building. So Chiron and Aries tending to the self, and we're breaking down that further with our look in Libra, the physical self, the spiritual self, and finding where we need to show up. The physical self, the spiritual self together make up our I am energy, who we are in this world. Chiron is really wanting us to dig in so that we show up true, so that we do not have to show up wearing masks, thinking that we need to, live up to anybody else's standards. There's definitely potential for breakthrough in this energy, but I do feel like we may be pushed a little off balance, and we may feel a little discomfort, and this is part of the healing process. So be very aware of that. Speaking of discomfort, we have Mercury in conjunct Neptune today, Tuesday. In conjunct energy, we're not seeing eye to eye. Mercury in Libra, it wants things to be okay. It wants things to be harmonious and balanced. And Neptune's like, if there are some illusions that you're still living by, if you're feeling confused, if you're wearing these masks, this fits again, if you're still tuning into these energies that you've been told by authority is true, and it doesn't resonate with you, that's another place of being off balance. This is one of those instances of tending to the spiritual side of the self. So be very aware of that. Be very aware of messages that you're taking in. Do they resonate? Does it resonate with your soul? Does it resonate with the truth within you? And if it doesn't mean that it's not true, but it may mean that for you at this time, it doesn't serve you. Or it may mean that there's some blocks. There's many different ways to move through this. But tune into these energies. And if you're feeling confused, that is a call to come in, find that balance. Mercury, speaking of these energies, Mercury is also connecting to Jupiter. My feeling is once we get beyond whatever the illusion is that we're carrying, whether it's an illusion around our worth, or it's an illusion around how we need to show up to be harmonious. Once we get past that, that Jupiter connection with Mercury is saying, hey, there's an opportunity to crack open and expand your information, expand your wisdom, expand your understanding, expand your perspective, and expand the possibilities. Like, it's total expansion. So be willing to drop in understanding that there can be that expansion. Something I didn't mention yet, Moon is shifting into Leo early Tuesday morning. So we'll have Moon in Leo through the early morning of Thursday when it shifts into Virgo. When it shifts into Virgo, we're definitely dropping into dark of the moon, but even Moon in Leo is going to take us a little bit into the dark of the moon, excuse me, territory. Moon in Leo, inner child stuff. Now we have Libra, where we're trying to find our balance. Libra also can bring up this worth stuff. A lot of this worth stuff, a lot of places where we can get thrown out of balance, where we have those wounds, where we put up masks to fit in, illusions to fit in. A lot of that did happen when we were young and impressionable. The inner child. So be aware of that. If you come across a worth stuff, if you come across an area where you feel the mask energy, when did this come on? And what was it doing? What was its purpose? You know, it doesn't have to be vilified. There was purpose behind it. So be aware of that energy. A few days going in advance, let's see. Wednesday, we'll be definitely feeling this building through Tuesday. But we're going to have Venus square Saturn. Again, the worth stuff coming against who you have been told to be by the authority. There's a way to find the balance. The balance is to, like, love who you are, accept who you are, find the balance, the joy, the goodness, the truth, the beauty in being who you are and sharing that energy. There are going to be those authority figures who are like, no, this is not what you should do. This is not who you should be. It's up to you to decide where to place that authority. And somebody posted an interesting meme that I don't want to go into, but the law or the authority is not always the highest moral code. So just keep that in mind in the calls of taking off the mask and being yourself, sharing that light, breaking through. Let's see, I mentioned Sun opposite Chiron. We are going to have Mercury square Pluto. Again, this feels like another one of these instances of getting rubbed the wrong way. Can you bring back your power? Can you take back your power for where you gave it away to whatever authority? That's going to be a major thing. So over the next few days, if I do not show up, inner child, worth stuff, lots of healing, listening for balance between your human self and your spiritual self. If you are being pushed off balance by something, triggered, or just feeling off or feeling a little intense, is it your physical self that has needs that haven't been met, that need to be met? Is it your spiritual self? Is there something, pushing your buttons in that way? And how can you address that? How can you show up for yourself to bring yourself back into balance? It is by us finding harmony and balance within ourselves, by accepting our human side and all that goes with it, and accepting the spiritual part of us and all that goes with there, that we can come into peace within ourselves and bring more peace into the world around us. So, that is it for today. If you try to book a reading with me over the next few days and I do not get back to you, I promise I will as soon as our power is back on. But you can always email me, mimiclark@gmail.com, to get in line for that. Next week should be much better. And besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you, and you do have the power. Namaste.